Welcome to ClarionSports.com. Cowboy Wrestling on the air. And right now, the Cowboys and Belmont Clemmy facing off in this first duel so far. 106 pounds, Caden Langford receiving a forfeit. Tyler Stein at 113 receiving a forfeit. And we go to 120.
There will be no match. Both teams are open.
Okay, both teams are open at 120.
126.
Are we good?
There you go. There you go.
I'm looking down at right below us. There's Dan McCool. He's from Clarion. Dan McCool was a register writer and/or photographer for many, many, many years, and of course with merger, acquisition, all that kind of fun stuff. He no longer works for the Register in Des Moines, but he does still follow wrestling at all levels. And
he wrote a book.
He did write a book, and I believe he's actually was inducted into the Iowa Wrestling Hall of Fame here a few years back, and I think he might even have led the Grand March. Dan been to many nationals from Division I to right on down through junior college, and a lot of photos mainly in the metro area, but kind of nice to see him here back taking a few pics here in good old Wright County.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here. We kind of got a little lull. Okay, finally we get 126-pound match. It's going to be our first match of the evening. Brings out Bryce Allen, and I'm not even sure who it is for the Broncos, to be honest.
Well, let's see if we can figure that out. Looks like Devin Geiger. Devin is a sophomore for Belmont Clemmy.
Allen gives up the takedown, but then, and now it looks like he's got Geiger, and there's a reversal for two, so both should be 2-2. Now the score is near the edge of the mat.
Minute 30 remaining here in the first period. Clarion Cowboys up against Belmont Clemmy Broncos over here in Eagle Grove, Iowa on a nice balmy evening.
They'll come back to the middle after going off the mats, and Allen in the up position. It's again tied up 2-2 with a minute 10 remaining in the first period.
Off on the edge, you're going to bring it back to the middle. 51 seconds remaining.
They built this as the Battle of Wright County, although I got to tell you, Belmont, their wrestling squad, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
8 maybe?
8.
At least on the roster, but
I do know they're open at quite a few spots, so. And Eagle actually is open at a few as well. So, as an example, Kane Nelson at 220 will not probably have a match.
Nope, I didn't.
Unless they decide, well, and Spencer Trineri at 285, I don't think is going to.
He has Baminio, I believe. Belmont is back on the squad.
Is he back on the squad? Okay, so maybe he'll have that match at least, but against Eagle there won't be a match, so. Because they didn't have a 220 either.
Got to work up there when you're in the down position. Try to improve. His opponent was somewhat fleeing the mat.
5 seconds left in the first period, 2-2. Allen trips Geiger back down.
Was hoping for some tilt points there, but just ran out of time.
Now, coming up, wrestling-wise, Saturday, we are in Humboldt, North Central Conference Wrestling Tournament, and we'll have
there's going to be
there.
some great wrestling this weekend.
There is. A whole day of it. It's going to be exciting because there is conference. I mean, you know, there are some really strong wrestlers. Well, okay, so we can just run down even some names. We'll start with Clear Lake. They've got Fought
at 126, ranked number 1.
And
Doolittle, number 2. And these are off memory here,
yep.
but
Lawson and Cherry and Hartnett and what's the other one?
Of course, Doolittle in the lighter weights, and then as you go further up, Cherry, and I guess Lawson you mentioned already at heavyweight.
Yep.
And that'll be a heck of a battle there. You've got Lawson, you've got Spence, and you've got Etherington from Algona, and the Humboldt wrestler. All 4 are ranked in the top 10.
And that's one conference.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows you. And, you know, that's going to be a good one. And, oh, gosh. I think well, of course, we have our own batch of ranked wrestlers as well. But
Derek Graham from Eagle Grove here, 120, 126 pound, 120, I believe. He's ranked in the top 10. I think he might even be 7. Which I'm not even seeing him on the roster tonight. I don't know if he's hurt. I hope not.
And it could be something. The flu has been going around, and maybe that's something. I don't know. I hate to speculate, but you know, it's like when we wrestled Algona, we didn't see Dominic Etherington. Well, he was there. He was in street clothes, so you know, I don't know. And maybe he's not a good student. I mean, I don't know. I'm not. You know.
A little bit of blood time. Looks like they got them all patched up and ready to roll here.
Well, kind of, because he went to come back out and then noticed blood on his hands. So now they've got to get him cleaned up from there. Some changes coming here in our lineup as well. I don't know.
Had a couple boys, move in. Coincidentally from Belmont.
Exactly. And it was not a recruitment thing for anybody who might be asking or wondering. No. There were extenuating circumstances. We'll just put it that way. Allen tries to slide a half in on the left-hand side and gives that up.
Just underway here in the second period at the 126-pound bout. Cowboys up against Belmont Clemmy Broncos.
Team-wise, Cowboys already up 12-0 due to 2 forfeits. Allen working towards a pinning combination. Couldn't hold it long enough.
Trying to work that cradle. Minute 15 remaining. He's got the cradle locked, but he's kind of out of position.
Almost got himself pinned. The bad thing.
He's going to pick up some back points, but boy, it's an unorthodox, just kind of an unorthodox.
I'm not even sure what, I mean, it's a cradle kind of, but I mean, it's not.
There it is.
And he gets the win.
So Allen with some Eagle Grove ties is going to get the fall right here in front of maybe some grandma and grandpas and aunts and uncles, so good for him.
So the Cowboys go up 18-0, and we'll come to our next weight class, 132 pounds. Logan Heberlin and Connor Johnson for CGD, and this could be one of the better matches of the night.
It'll be a good one. They've wrestled, I can't even count how many times over the course of time.
I remember when they were we were over in Applington, Parkersburg, at the tournament on that Saturday in December, and little conversation going back and forth, you know, between. So.
You know, it's they're competitors on the mat, and they've wrestled at the can and whatnot, but they're actually pretty good friends off the mat. We hunt the same ground over by Rowan, Iowa, and just a nice family from over at Rowan. Really a great family. Connor's going to pick up the 2. Heberlin in on a shot, and Connor now has Heberlin. He's trying to return him to the mat. Heberlin's up to his feet. Connor's got to drop into a leg and return to the mat. Otherwise, they're going to stalemate it here.
Tries a trip. Heberlin just keeps hopping over. He'll finally go back down to his base. And
30 seconds remaining here in the first period. Connor's leading by a score of 2-0. Trying to flatten Heberlin out. Coach pointing at Connor, you got to keep him down. There's only 20 seconds remaining, so let's tight, he says. Connor's down to cover. There's the whistle. Heberlin hits a switch. Connor's going to try to re-switch, come to their feet. Connors drops a leg in. I'm thinking he may end up giving up 1. There's a stalling call. Drops in on the leg, keeps from getting the point, giving up the point, I guess. Coaches tell Connor to take the down position.
So 2-0 the scores. We get ready to start the second period.
Connor trying to turn in. Heberlin follows around behind. Heberlin kind of working on a cradle.
Coach Morgan telling Connor to push the hand out, push it away from him.
Heberlin's kind of got that near leg tied up there over the ankle. Connor really needs to sit. Come to his feet. Heberlin drops that leg back in. Connor's going to give up some tilt points if he's not careful. Heberlin got a tight waist. Connor really needs to sit. He's not doing much from the bottom there.
Just under a minute left in the second period.
Heberlin kind of sitting on that hip a little. Connor's really got to get his hips under him and sit forward. He's trying to base out, but off on the edge there. 33 seconds remaining here in the second period. Score still 2-0. Connor's going to come back to the center and get set. Heberlin a little bit high. Connor's trying to pull him over the front there and come out the back door. I think Heberlin's trying to stretch that leg back in there. Connor had an opportunity there, but boy, he just kind of blew that. 2 seconds, 1 second.
Second period ends, score still 2-0. Choice will go to Heberlin. He's going to take the down position.
I'm going to call a switch. Heberlin hit that switch in the first period. Connor hit a re-switch. Connor trying to flatten him out. Again, score still 2-0.
It's Heberlin back down onto the mat. Bellows him down for just a second or so. Now got him flattened out nicely.
Coach, they're telling Connor you need to work forward, continue that forward pressure. Really needing to continue to control the hands, control those wrists. Heberlin doing a good job of just basing out. He does have his hips underneath him. He's going to try to come to his feet. Grab that wrist, Connor. He's working on a spiral ride there, but yeah, there we go. Get the far wrist and continue to run around the head. That's really what he needs to do. Right there, he's got it. He's got the far wrist. Heberlin is quite strong. I will give him that.
We're down to 52 seconds remaining in the match. Still 2-0. Connor with the lead.
He's got that near arm there. I don't know if if he gave that up or he's. There we go.
Down to 32 seconds as they go off the mat. They'll come back to the middle. Reset.
Heberlin in the down position. Connor kind of looking over at the coaches. Caution on Connor.
Coach Morgan's telling him to reach back and grab that ankle right away.
Connor is going to get cautioned again. Heberlin hits the switch again. Connor's going to give up the one.
Why'd the clock stop?
He blew the whistle.
Oh, he did. Okay. Okay.
15 seconds remaining. Connor needs to be the aggressor here. Heberlin in on a shot. Connor is whizzing hard there.
Heberlin's going to get the... Oh, Coach Morgan wants to talk this over. He doesn't think so.
He had a whizzer in.
No points.
Nope, he had a whizzer in, so still too close to call, but...
Connor will come away victorious, 2-1.
Dan's not happy with that at all.
Did you see how fast Kurt got across the floor? He was over at the table like, no, 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 no. So we go to the next weight class, 138 pounds. It's going to be Max Bimino and Reed Avis for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Connor's going to need to wake up a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit hard on him, but this is the time of the year. Those little one-point matches against ranked kids aren't gonna cut it.
Reed collects the two for the takedown, and they get off to the edge of the mat. They'll come back to the middle. The 1 point escape will be awarded.
And this is Max Bimino, and I believe it's Cameron's younger brother.
And Reed gets him into his back, leans in on the shoulders, and there's the fall. Minute 32 remaining in the first, so a 28-second match. And that makes the score 27-0. And that'll move us to 145 pounds. Cale Aarons will get the forfeit.
Looking good in the red and black there.
Makes it 33-0, and that's going to bring us to 152. Like Tanner's going to get to wrestle a match.
And
Warren, freshman for the Broncos.
Did you look over and did you see the Bronco coach? Like he's going to wrestle 52. Okay, he'll go.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the takedown for 2, and then the 1-point escape.
Team score 33-0 at this point.
Abbas in on the single, collects 2 for another takedown. Now, see, my question about this whole thing is, did Tanner's opponent pay his tuition for school? Because class is in session right now. And he is down 4-1. Oh, make that 4-2. They'll come back to the middle and get reset. And
going to pick up the 2 again here. 1:09 left in the first period. And I'm a little harsh on Connor. I will say Heberlin's actually ranked for Belmont, so he's no slouch, but I just don't like those close matches.
Yeah. Tanner gets
There's
the
gonna be the fall
at
there.
152. And I suppose with the late start, Tanner decided to keep it to a short class.
Yep.
So we go to 160. Sam Wiggins comes out.
Half pop. Tristan Half Pop, freshman for the Broncos.
A lot of freshmen on this Broncos squad.
Yeah.
You know, they've had kind of a rough go of it the last couple of years. And Sam, right away.
Nice fireman's there. Pretty much takes Half Pop right to his back. He's going to get the 2 for sure, but boy, he's got a lot of time there to settle in. And 1:49 remaining.
And Sam is just so strong.
He's got the head there, coming chest to chest, trying to regroup.
And there's the fall.
1:32 remaining. Sam Wiggins is going to pick up the fall.
28-second fall. And
that was at the 160-pound class.
Makes it 45-0. That'll take us up to 170 with
I think
Vasquez.
Bellman might be open here.
I don't see anybody heading out that way.
Raimundo, a senior.
He'll collect the forfeit. Makes the score 52-0. 182. 182 brings out Colby Lindemann for the Cowboys. Did I say 52? It's 51 at that. Okay, 51. 51-0. Tucker Cruz. Tucker Cruz comes out. Cruz in on a shot. They take Lindemann. They're going to go off the mat. They'll come back to the middle. No points so far. 1:35 remaining in the first.
Just was pulling up the rankings from today. That Derek Graham is ranked at 120 for Eagle Grove, but like I said, he's not. I don't see him on the roster this evening, but hopefully we'll see him out here later. Heberlin dropped out of. Heberlin was 9th at 132 for Belmont Clemmy, and he's no longer in the rankings, so he must have had a few losses there right before Christmas that bumped him out of the rankings.
Lindemann trailing 2-0 as we come back to the middle of reset. And a caution, Cruzy. Cruz.
And this Cruz, he's actually not a bad wrestler. We saw him over at that tournament over in Parkersburg. He's not a bad athlete. Junior. And then as we get closer at heavyweight, that Beminio's back in action. He is ranked number 2 for the for the Broncos as a senior.
Should also mention that Belmont is 1A.
Correct.
We are 2A. So, not that that matters. You're ranked, but it is kind of a little different animal, I guess, at that rate. Colby finds himself in a spot.
Cruz, he stacks him up there. He's going to get 2 back points, and lucky it wasn't more. He could have just held on right there. I think he might have had the fall.
6-1 the score as the first period ends. Choice goes to Colby. He's going to take the down. Following this duel, the Cowboys will be off for 1, while Belmont and Eagle wrestle. And then the Cowboys will be back to finish with Eagle Grove. And we will probably just keep it here.
Cruz working, kind of got that far chicken wing, and now he steps across on this side. Tight waist, just trying to flatten Lindemann out. Score still 6-1 in favor of Cruz of the Broncos. Cowboys pretty much have this duel wrapped up here, 51-0. Be nice to see Lindemann get a few points here in the second period and bring it closer in range. Cruz is really doing a good job at controlling the hips there. Got a ball and chain going on. Now gave that up and trying to bring the arm behind the back.
Well, he
comes to his feet.
.20 seconds remaining in the second. Still 6-1 the score.
Lindemann tries to come to his feet. He does, and Cruz takes him right back to the mat and has him pretty much flattened out here. Working both wrists. Lindemann trying to get his hips under him. It's going to bring us to the end of the second period. 6-1 the score, and both men are going to be on their feet. Both men in the center of the mat. Not a whole lot going on here. Score again 6-1 with 1:30 remaining here in the third period.
This is the 182-pound match. Lindemann's going to give up a takedown once again. Now trails 8-1.
So, based on what I'm seeing, looks like we're only going to have 2 more matches after this.
off the mat with 45 seconds remaining. Still 8-1. Make that 8-2 as Lindemann gets the 1 point escape. 35 seconds remain. Down to 10 seconds.
Going to give up 2 right there on the edge of the mat. Score should be 10-2 then as we end the bout. Lindemann going to be going down in defeat.
And there's Dan with his hands on his hips. I'm sure that's not a...
Don't walk past me, he says.
Did too. He shifted right. Goalie went to go around him. He's like, nope.
You're walking past me.
You're going to hear this, and then we're going to work from there. 195-pound weight class. Salvi Fregoso. What park did they say? BK?
Well, let me check. Is it Bart's? Alex Bart's?
Bart's, that sounds right. Salvi
Salvi
picks him
in
up.
On a
there
nice
we go.
takedown there. Cranking that cross face, working on a cradle.
Cradle? Oh my gosh. Salvi's going for the gold right here.
He's going to get it.
And a 26-second match.
Not a bad deal there.
Now, that is what I want to see this next weekend. The weekend after that, and so forth.
Right on down the line.
That was, he didn't even break a sweat.
At 220 pounds, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows,
Kane Nelson will get the forfeit at 220. That'll bring us to the 285 and final match of the evening.
This will be a good battle. You got, I think, number 2 v. number 2. Number 2 in 2A versus number 2 in 1A.
At 285 pounds, our last match of the night, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows.
Wait, last match of the night. So, did I black out for a while? I think I missed something somewhere. Both these two state qualifiers.
Cameron Bominio, grandfather Frank, I believe, was a police officer here in Eagle Grove years ago. And his father was a police officer in Des Moines. Unfortunately, was one of those that was slain here about a year ago. Matter of fact, it was just shortly before the wrestling season, I believe, last year.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure the tattoo on his right arm there is a badge, policeman's badge. Bominio, again, a senior here for the Broncos. No score, minute remaining here in the first period in this heavyweight bout. 63-4 is a team score. Jap whizzer attempt there by Bominio. Probably would get that on 90% of the guys he wrestles, but unfortunately he's dealing with a little bit high caliber wrestler to be pulling that one.
So 2-0 the score. 12 seconds left in the first. Double caution? Don't see that very often.
Bominio was sitting up off those ankles. That switch was almost scripted or even telegraphed. He kind of was letting Spence know he was.
That's the end of the first. 2-0 the score. Bominio will defer. Spencer's going to take down. We're here in the airplane hangar. They call it the gymnasium, but it reminds me of an old airplane hangar.
Roll up the side door and bring the
spruce goose in.
Yeah, the Enola Gay. 3-0 now the score. Spence comes to his feet and going to pick up the one midway through the match. Both men on their feet, center of the mat. Again, 3-0 the score. Spencer's pretty much controlled the bout. A little bit of an attempt by Bominio here in the last period, but other than that, not a whole lot of offense.
We'll push in and kind of battling for position. Back to the middle, underway again. 53 seconds remaining in the second period. 3-0 the score.
Cameron in on a shot there. Bominio for the Broncos. Spence does a nice job of getting his hips back. Front headlock there. Going to come around and get him pick up the two. So Spence now goes up 5-0 with just seconds left here in the second period.
Whoever chooses both neutral. We'll start off on their feet. 5-0 the score. We're in the final period of this match and of this duel. Once again, the Cowboys will see the Eagles a little bit later after Belmont, Clemmy, and Eagle Grove battle, and then CGD will have Eagle Grove to finish the night. And then those two squads will meet again next Tuesday. They've rescheduled the meet in Forest City with Lake Mills and Forest City Eagle Grove. That's all. It's going to be on Tuesday nights. And that following Saturday, the 27th, Cowboys will finish up their regular season with a tournament at Guthrie Center.
Yes, that's a fun trip. Fun trip, fun gym.
They actually run in they'll run 2 different locations again. One of those things where we won't be able to bring you all of the matches. We'll bring you as many as we can, but down to 25 seconds left in this match. 7-0 the score, and Spence collecting some back points.
Boy, he's got that tight, and he's got about 20 seconds remaining. Boy, oh boy. 5-4.
There's the fall. Four seconds remaining, and that is going to be final now. 69-4. Cowboys victorious over the Broncos of BK.
That concludes our first duel of the evening. We will begin our next duel in 10 minutes with JV matches between
Connor, and that's kind of nice. Him and Heberland shook and then gave a little chest bump there. They've wrestled time and time and time again, and
JV matches in about 10 minutes.
could have been a couple seconds there. Connor might have given up the 2. He had that whizzer in there, but
Well, you know, I said we were going to keep, but I think we actually are going to break away for a while because we have a 10-minute break before the next wrestling even starts, and then it's Eagle Grove and Belmont Climbing. So we'll join you in about, let's see, what time is it now? 6:57, or roughly 7 o'clock. Let's say we'll jump back in here in about 30 minutes. So about 7:30, we will start everything up again. We'll take a little bit of a break and get back to you. So from Eagle Grove, it is wrestling, high school wrestling for the Cowboys right here, ClarionSports.com. While we're doing that also, we want to just very quickly thank some of our sponsors for bringing you the action. And they include, but are not limited to.
batteries not included.
Oh, they just
Well,
lost my
you're
list.
digging that up. 2A rankings did come out today on IA Wrestle. So again, 2A rankings, not a lot of earth-shattering changes. Cowboys might have dropped. I think they're, as a team, they're ranked number 10.
I don't get. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
Go ahead and run through the top 10.
Sure, no worries. Again, in the 2A rankings, tournament-wise, actual traditional tournament, New Hampton still remains in first place with 7 ranked wrestlers. Second, or moving into second, is Dubuque-Wahlert with 5. Ballard moves up to third with 4 wrestlers. West Liberty is in fourth with 4 ranked wrestlers. South Tama in fifth with 5 ranked. And Webster City still hangs in there at number 6 with 5 ranked wrestlers. And I know there's a kind of a process as far as how they could be that much farther ahead of us. And I guess it bottom line boils down to their wrestlers are ranked individually higher than ours. But we could debate and discuss that for hours. Number 7 is Davenport Assumption with only 2 ranked wrestlers, but they're both ranked, I believe, number 1. Julian Broderson at 170 and their 132-pounder, I believe, is also ranked number 1. Centerville, Iowa, ranked number 8 with 3 ranked. Prairie City Monroe, 9th with 4, and then Clarion wraps up the top 10 with 5 ranked wrestlers.
Yeah, evidently our check wasn't big enough. I don't know, but
we didn't pay our dues at the office, apparently.
or we just said, forget them, we're not paying them, period. Well, tonight's action brought to you by Hanson & Sons Tire, Steve and Julie Dunker. Sorry, I'm laughing because I feel the pain. We'll explain later. The Red Shed Event Center, Printing Services Incorporated, Paradigm Benefits with Bob Powers and Ron Brooks, North Iowa Real Estate, Mugshots by Jim, Midwest Warehouse Solutions, Tim and Brandy Henniger, First State Bank, Town and Country Insurance, Grounded, John and Barbara Hagee, First Citizens Bank, Life Touch, Bruce and Shirley Wiggins, Fuel with Kurt and Cammie Nelson, Security Savings Bank, and Blake Greenfield Chevrolet Buick. Bringing you the action tonight right here on ClarionSports.com. Once again, we are going to take off for just a little bit here. Going to take a little break, and we'll be back with you in about 7:30-ish or so. We'll get things fired up and ready for the. So let's make it 7:40. 7:40, and because I'm sure they're going to have to take a little bit of a break here as well. So we'll be back in just a little while right here on ClarionSports.com.